Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, it looks pretty. As good as mine, no, but it looks pretty.
Some of y'all really aren't going to like this one, but there is a way to say that you don't want to get a BBL without bringing down women who have BBLs / want BBLs. Like the amount of live streams I've seen where a woman is asked, hey, would you ever get a BBL? And then their answer is, no, because bitches with BBLs look like... Like, do you see what I'm saying? There's a way to just be like, no, that's not something I would ever do. Like, why do bitches with BBLs always have to get brought up in that answer, followed by something dissing them? And don't get me started on the amount of videos I've seen of people being like, BBLs automatically equal self-hate. Like, where do you even come up with that equation? Like, a woman wanting to enhance her shape or get a fat transfer or a lipo or something, that doesn't mean she hates herself. Like, are y'all okay? Like, I'm so over this constant need to be shady towards women who have plastic surgery. Like, it's 2025. If you don't want plastic surgery, that's fine, but you don't need to bring down people with plastic surgery or who want plastic surgery to explain why you don't want it. You can just not want it, and that's that.
Flex up, stretch out, big bands, whoa, whoa. Flex up, stretch out, big bands, whoa, whoa. Flex up, stretch out.
BBL culture has a lot of us very, very confused as to how a woman's body is actually supposed to look. Let me say, if you get a BBL, get it how you live. I don't care. But a natural ass that size is probably going to come with a back roll. It's probably going to come with a stomach, some fupa, feel what I'm saying, an arm jiggle, because that's a natural body. You know what I'm saying? BBLs, yeah, you're going to have a big old butt. And like, that's it, because you paid for that. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. But actual asses come with weight other places too. You're going to have a back roll. You're going to have a stomach. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Honestly, it looks great, and real niggas like both.
Yo, so which one you prefer, a natural body or a BBL?
I honestly prefer a BBL because, like, if it's done right, then it's basically natural to me. You know what I mean? But the natural be all over the place, got dents in it, all type of weird shit. You know what I mean?
You hear what you're saying out loud, bro?
You like can't help that though. I like the natural vibe.
The BBL does not make you in another league. It actually brings you down now.
Some men love it though.
No, we love to play with it. I call them rentals. You're like a rental car. You go out to Miami, you rent that Lamb, you rent that Ferrari. The shit you can't drive at home. It's fun to drive out there, but now I'm not paying for this. This shit going back to the rental office when I'm done with it. That's what we do with BBLs. But we're not taking that to the parent-teacher conference, walking in as big as this table. Yeah. Like, come on, like, let's stop playing for real. Y'all confuse a man's sexual attention with what he wants as a wife and as an example for his kids, as a mother. Because automatically we know your mind is the point where you risked your life for a bigger ass for attention. You just risked your life for a bigger ass for us to say, damn, I wonder what that shit look like when I'm hitting from the back. She invested $10K in her body and $0 in her brain. Going to the gym, that is a real investment, because as you're working out and building your body instead of buying it, that's going to build character. That's going to enhance you as a woman. Those women are the women that deserve to get all their bills paid.
If y'all want to see what the most obvious BBL in the world looks like, let's take a look at Kim Kardashian's most recent post. You can see her ass is absolutely massive and the legs pretty much non-existent. Here's another angle of it. You can see she's got that absolute wagon. Legit has to be tough to sit down. So the reason you can tell this is fake is because if you have a giant ass, you most likely have good quad hamstring development as well. Even the most targeted glute exercises use some secondary muscles in the leg. There's literally just no way you could avoid quad growth while growing an ass that big if it was natural. And the funniest thing of all, Kim Kardashian claims she's never had surgery, only a little bit of Botox. Just remember, every single influencer is lying to you, and BBLs are a lot more common, popular than you think.
What I'm about to say not about to be popular, but my kindred spirits, y'all gonna understand where I'm coming from. It's just not normal. It's like, it's demonic, it's satanic. How the culture, it's like a demonic assignment out against the women to try to just get women to hate themselves. It's like people do not appreciate true beauty anymore. If your lips not pumped up, if you know, people getting fake teeth, fake bodies, fake breasts. You only like 18, 19 years old, and I'm not judging none of the women who have gotten any cosmetic work done. But I'm just saying, the spirit that's influencing women to do all this is not normal. It's demonic. Like, I miss the days where women were appreciated for just being who they was. You didn't need a perfect body. You know what I'm saying? You didn't need to fit a certain aesthetic to be accepted. And it's like, I hate how so many young women are falling victim to this. You know, you gotta have a full face of makeup on just to be considered beautiful. You know what I'm saying? When in reality, that style of makeup, that cut and crease, that style of makeup was inspired by drag queens. The women are looking like drag queens. And when the men say that they don't like the birthday makeup, we think they just trying to be funny. You can't tell people that stuff ain't cute, that stuff don't look good, or you considered a hater. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a demonic assignment against the women. Like, you know, you hadn't even really lived life yet, and you already being influenced to go and risk your life. BBL is a very dangerous procedure. Women are risking their livelihood just to go in. You know what I'm saying? When we could put that same energy in going to the gym. You know, like, I hate that. And then I hate the culture. I hate the spirit behind it. I hate the mentality that it's putting on the women. And more people need to speak out about it. Like, I don't care if you call me a hater. I don't care if you come in the comments and call me ugly and say, oh, I could afford to get on. I don't, like, you know, at the end of the day, I don't care what you say about me. You know, so I've been talking about my whole life. People gonna talk about you, but I'm not about to risk my life or destroy my God-given body just to fit in. And then we say, oh, well, it's not insecurity. If somebody want to change, they say it's deep insecurity. If you willing to risk your life, women are dying. That's the hurtful part about it. Women are dying. You get what I'm saying? And we act like this type of stuff is okay. And I'm just tired of it.
You are natural, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am natural.
But do you think your insane physique is obtainable for the general public? Let's keep it a buck.
I would say, like, attainable varies from person to person. Obviously, not everybody has the same genetics. So, like, what's attainable for one person is not always attainable for the next person. But I also think, like, the whole genetic conversation puts people in a box. Even with the worst genetics, you're going to come out the gym looking better than worse. I've never seen somebody work out despite their genetics and look worse.
Last thing I want to ask is, a lot of times when I see your story, you're posting about, like, people accusing you of a BBL, you say?
BBL accusation.
Why do you think that is?
I feel like I have obviously very good glute genetics, and I've went to the gym.
Very good is an understatement.
and I've went to the gym and I've put in work for that. So to people, that might seem like a BBL, but I do not think my frame supports BBLs. Like, if you really, like, Google what a BBL procedure is, like, you have to take fat from somewhere and, like, add it.
Yeah, there's not much fat.
You know, like,
not much fat to grab from.
My fitness journey out of, like, a smaller side, so, like, there was never any excessive fat to be able to remove it and place it somewhere else. So I understand why people say it, but, like, we also have to, like, logically think.
You know what's insane work, and let's clock it for a second, is the fact that Dream Doll got up on a podcast and said she regrets getting work done because natural bodies are coming back into style. What in the fuck are you... They're coming back? They never left. They never left. Like, I'm just so confused. Like, it's a natural body. What do you mean it's back in style? Like I don't understand it. You're genuinely and thoroughly considering reversing work that you got done on your body. Now, evidently, because you felt like it was a trend to do that. Because natural bodies, your natural body type is, like, glorified, being glorified again. I don't get it. Like, these are the people you look up to. Can we classify this as a mental illness now? Can we? Because it's like, it goes deeper. It goes deeper than, like, self-esteem issues and, like, self-love. Like, it goes deeper than that. It's like a psychological thing with people nowadays, where it's like you have to fit in with the trend moving forward in order to, like, be relevant, or, like, I don't know what it is, but it's deeper than this. Like, I need a psychologist to fully unpack that. Like, she literally was like, I regret getting my boobs done because, like, now I got back pain and I gotta get everything I need. You know, all my clothes need to be sized and everything needs to be fit differently. Like, yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you get a double D. Like, the natural girlies could have told you that. They sit up on this app and say they want breast reductions all the time. And you went and got bigger ones. Like, I don't get, it's a mental illness. Your natural body is coming back in style? What? You hear that? It was dead ass serious. These are the people you look up to.
I've been fat, I've been skinny, and I've had work done. This has been my experience being all three because I don't think a lot of people get to experience all three in a lifetime. When I was fat, I had a lot of friends. I felt like I had to be nice and really funny. And that got me a lot of friends. And I think it brought out the best quality of people because I wasn't seen as competition. I had a lot of gay friends. I had a lot of girlfriends. Dating-wise, I had a lot of hoes, but I also had no standards and I had no boundaries. They wouldn't take me on dates. You know, they would talk about me to their friends poorly. The hoes were terrible in public, but very sweet in private. Then when I lost a bunch of weight and I was skinny, the shift in my friend group started being like, we don't want to hear you talk. Just shut up and look pretty. Now, dating when I was skinny, I got a lot of sorries. There was a lot of people who treated me like shit when I was fat that were coming back like, oh my gosh, you look great. They wouldn't tell me I looked great. It was just like, oh, hey, I'm back. Let's go on a date now. So I ended up getting my body done. It wasn't because of anybody else. It was generally for my own happiness. I hated being skinny, not gonna lie. Got my body done and friends started dropping like flies. And you know, I don't really blame the old friends for dropping like flies because it's like now you're dealing with like a whole new person. I could speak my mind because I had a new confidence. I had a new ego. I had way more boundaries because I was learning to love myself finally. And it was just one more barrier that I didn't need to break down to be myself. The people I was dating grew and it was a different caliber of men, but they also just want to show me off as a trophy. Going from not being attractive to conventionally attractive, you know, where people you date want to be seen with you because you're a source of currency, because attractiveness is a source of currency in society. They treat me really well in public, but behind closed doors, they are abusive. They try to humble you. Yeah, a lot of people everybody wants to humble you. If you look good, everybody hates you. And that's just been my experience so far. And it all comes back to just loving yourself. Like, there's nothing you can do. Love yourself. I loved myself the most when I was fat.
Listen, I'm a curvy girl. Busty, hips, bum, all of that. And I could tell you one thing is for sure. The attention that I get is always coming from a sexual point. And I get it, men will obviously be attracted to you at first before they get to know you. But I tell you, this type of body can sometimes even get you into sticky situations whereby men just assume that if you're built a certain way, you just want to have sex anyways. You don't want nothing else but just some man on top of you. That's how some of these guys behave. And I will say to all the young girls out there that want to go out there and get these BBLs and whatnot, really think about what you're doing and how this could affect you in the years to come and how your life might change and this body might not suit that life that you now live.
There was before you and there was during you. For some reason, I never thought there would be an after you. But there it was. And I was in it.
I like the way your body is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Think this one could come, it's okay, like a long. Niggas.
If you got a BBL, you need to go to the gym. Many people do not understand this, that getting a BBL is not the solution to everything. If you get a BBL and you eat terribly, you do not work out, your body will not keep the results that your doctor gave you. You need to be hitting the gym. You need to be eating right. You need to be juicing. You need to be doing your massages, having compression. There is so much that goes into maintaining your results from a BBL, and this is why this page is here. It is here to motivate the BBL girls to be active, to be healthy, and to be in the gym.
So we're talking about the aesthetics of BBL. So BBL, especially in different ethnic groups, is different. For example, the Spanish girls, they look really nice with a proportionate fat grafting and BBL. But the African Americans, they prefer really large BBL. That's cultural also, but also genetic. So in my opinion, a good BBL would be a nice slope starting from the lower back, and then the projection progressively increases until it reaches a peak around the midpoint of the gluteus, and then it rounds off on the bottom. In addition to that, you need a fullness in the hip area, because the natural normal gluteus has a dip. We call it the hip dip, which is where the muscle fascia is attached, and so there is very little fat. So, but a lot of people prefer to have a nice rounded hip. So we try to fill the hip dip first, give you the rounded shape. Some people prefer the inverted heart. Others prefer a nice round gluteus. So either way, they look nice. Some of the African Americans, they insist on shelf. That means the contour of the back comes down and then abruptly the gluteus starts. So it gives you like a shelf just above the tailbone. And we can provide you with different shapes depending on what the patient requests.
All that work and what did it get me?
Who's calling that? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who? Hey. Is it Stacy? Is it Becky? Is it Keisha? Is it Ashley? Was it Danny? Is it party? Where's the function? Where the fuck the function? Where the fuck the function? Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl.
This comment right here. It's my biggest pet peeve when people are like, you don't need surgery. I don't know why you're going to go get surgery. You're perfect the way you are. I mean, thank you. I appreciate the comments, you know, but it's just something I want for myself. And I'm not saying I don't love myself, and I'm not saying like that surgery is going to completely fix everything, but it's going to fix some things for me. And I just feel like it's going to boost my confidence that I have for myself. I've wanted this for years now, and I'm getting a little older, and I just feel like it's time. It's time I do for myself. I was supposed to get it done years ago, and the doctor told me, hey, we need to do lab work. You need to do a urine test to rule out pregnancy. And I was like, oh, I'll be fine. I'm pregnant. I don't do that stuff. But anyways, turns out I was pregnant 9 months later. All my savings gone. I used it for my maternity leave. And now it's just something I want to do for myself. I've had my 3 babies. I'm done having kids. So all the love and support is what I appreciate the most. I mean, thank you for commenting to me that I don't need it and I'm good the way I am. I appreciate that as well. But, you know, recommendations, that's what I need the most. So to all my lovely girlies who have felt the same way and did it for you, I want to do it for me. So help a girl out.
And if your body was T and your ass was fat, or you had a real small waist, I'm sure you would pop that shit all day long. Yeah. The thing is, if bitches could, they would. But
The best thing about a natural body is that the thighs, the calves, the ass, it all match. It all comes together, baby.
I'm sorry, being friends with somebody that makes having a fat ass their whole entire personality is so annoying. It's really annoying. And 9 times out of 10, they're rude. Have you guys noticed that? Like, they be making it their whole personality. Like, oh, I can take her man because my ass fat. She don't even got an ass. Da, 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 da. Oh, she not even cute. Her ass not even fat. Like, da, 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 da. My ass bigger than her. Like, it's not even that big of a deal. Like, because let me tell you one thing. Your ass, thank God for it. Because your face card is declining every other transaction. Okay. Get that in your head. And I like don't want to be rude, but like if you're gonna make having that your whole personality and you're gonna be disrespectful about it too, like if God bless you with a big butt or you got enough money to get one, be humble. Okay, like the girl who went to the gym and said, oh, when you have a big butt and all these other girls with the little butts be standing next to you and you just be showing up, like it's just like stuff like that. Like, why is that all you want to talk about? Why is your big ass the only thing you want to talk about? And before people want to talk, this is coming from a girl who has a bigger bottom. Okay, I have a larger bottom than the average girl, and I don't act like that. I just think it's weird. And it's just like, conveniently, a lot of them that have the bigger butts, that have this attitude, 9 times out of 10, the butt's the only thing that's saving them when it comes to the looks. And that's all I'm gonna say.
I got a BBL and I wasn't super happy with the results, so I scheduled a consultation with my surgeon to have him resolve it, because I felt like no matter what dietary changes I made, no matter what workout routine I did, no matter what lifestyle changes I implemented, it wouldn't be resolved. I'm just gonna show y'all like what I wanted fixed. You see this? Be so fucking for real right now. That was his reaction too, like, be so fucking for real right now. So I'm like, I love my results, but I just don't know what we're gonna do about her. And you know what he told me? He told me that it was my uterus. And that was a major wake-up call for me, because what do you mean? I was sitting there for months feeling weird about my uterus. Like, she gave me 2 of my favorite people in the entire world. And I think that that is just to show you the dangers of like social media or overconsumption of social media, because it definitely warps your perception of what is and is not normal, especially as a woman. I can't believe I felt any type of way about her, and now I love her and I feel like she's such a special part of me. So yeah, I'm not saying don't get plastic surgery. I'm not saying like don't consult a doctor, but what I am saying is be mindful of why you feel the way you feel about your body, because you could very well be trying to get rid of something that makes you you. I also think it hints to the importance of having a very honest doctor, because a lot of doctors will feed on your insecurities. Like, this isn't the first doctor I consulted with, and other ones had been telling me to get a tummy tuck. Like, my skin isn't loose or anything like that. So I was like, that just doesn't feel right to me. So I'm so happy that I spoke to him and I got in touch with him, because like, he let me know what it actually is. And yeah, now I can just like go through life happy with my body and with my results, and just like, yeah, like loving on myself the way I should have this entire time. I just thought that was so funny and so weird, because it's like literally my uterus. What is wrong with this? This is crazy.
What I realize is no one used to natural bodies no more. Like, nowadays, if you thick, if you got a big butt, you supposed to have no stomach. Like, that doesn't go together. BBL culture is so sick and took over everything that nobody knows what natural bodies look like anymore. And then if you a skinny girl and you don't really got a lot of butt and you got a little shape, you expect to go get a BBL because you need to have ass. Like, when I was skinny, nobody was on my body. Nobody wanted to fuck with me. I'm a toothpick. I'm this, I'm that. But now that I gained weight, oh, my body look nice, this, that. Yeah, I'm happy to have my weight now, because me personally, I feel like my head look like a bobblehead. Like, I feel like I needed weight. But a lot of other people's confidence is ruined because, you know, some people can't gain the fucking weight. And then some women don't want to be thick because they can't fit jeans, they can't fit certain clothes, like... And don't get me started on Fashion Nova. Fashion Nova is made for BBLs. Like, that shit is not made for natural women.
Sometimes I sit back to myself and I think, what is the actual purpose of having a fat ass? Like, what do you actually gain? Because when you sit back and you think about it, the only logical and biological function of an ass is to sit and shit. And society and men especially have brainwashed women into thinking that the size of their ass skyrockets their value in some way, shape, or form. Because truth be told, what is the fucking benefit? The only benefit is male attention. Is that a fucking benefit? No, that's not even a benefit. Because truth be told, when you think logically about the situation, having a fat ass, yes, granted, you can have a pretty face too. A lot of girls with a fat ass be having a pretty face too. But once your ass is fat, the attention gets pulled away from your face. Because men think with their long johns. It's simply a distraction and a manipulation. It is quite literally a currency that is only valuable in a system that was literally designed to profit off of women's insecurities. And then to be even more logical, and it's crazy because they say men are logical beings. I can completely understand the sexualization of boobs and a kitty. But realistically, butts are supposed to be disgusting. It's literally a booty. It is a designated exit. And you're telling me that's the pinnacle of sexual attraction? And it's so crazy how brainwashed these niggas got y'all. Like, women will literally pray for a fat ass. They will literally prioritize a fat ass over their strength, endurance, and health. And all because of aesthetics that men decided were valuable. And what blows me the most is the women that feed into this bullshit. Oh, you don't have no ass. Coming from a woman is diabolical. And I know there are going to be people who get in the comments and be like, oh, well, you just mad you don't have a fat ass. Thank you for proving my point. Anybody who dares to critique the fat ass obsession is deemed jealous. Before the early 2000s, butts were not even popular. The mid to early 2000s is where the cultural shift happened, and they started with black culture and hip-hop culture. Why do you want a fat ass? And give me a valid reason. Aesthetics is just simply not enough of a reason, because the whole reason it's even an aesthetic today is due to male attention. It's due to males. The true aesthetic of having a big butt is not an aesthetic, it's programmed. And don't say it's a preference either, because true preference is developed internally over time and based on deep values. Women's desire for a fat ass has been conditioned over years, from male comments through hip-hop and music, as well as peer pressure. It's natural to say, oh, I want this for myself. No, you want it because the world told you you'd be treated better if you had it. This is a very hard realization to come to, and I know I'm going to have some pushback and some women that are still in denial, but this is why I'm a real bitch.